Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the OCS Playoffs. As always, I'm Dan Tartaglione, better known as DTartag1. Sitting with me today is the one and only Mr. Timo Dussel himself. Timo coming off a top 16 in the OCS Playoffs, but getting taken down by his nemesis, Joker King. How are you doing this evening, Timo?
I'm fine, as always.
As,
So I'm just hyped for this matchup. 5 world championships on the line, basically, with 3-time world champion Bastion and
mm-hmm.
2 times back-to-back champion Joe.
Yeah,
So
this
yeah,
I think this is the match that everybody was excited for since the draft, the playoff draft, and everything. As soon as Bastion picked Joe, everybody got excited.
yeah. I mean, he was second to pick, and he picked probably the most difficult one. So I think he just want because he couldn't attend the Worlds this year because it was in America and
Mm-hmm.
no traveling because of COVID. So I think maybe he wants to prove a point. Who's the real champion? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm ready for this one. Like I'm really excited to see this one. I'm really excited to see what Bastion's going to play for Light and Dark Side. Like I think Joe's going to play something that he's familiar with, whether that's like Qui-Gon communing, the Dark Deal deck that you and Paul Myers created, or maybe he plays like Agents of the Black Sun, something along those lines.
I
But
mean, Olson could play any deck. I think
yeah,
so. Um, yeah, we will see, but we don't know yet which side Bastion picks first.
no, and yeah, and that's the thing. Bastion's picking first, so I don't know if he's ready or not. It is the scheduled time.
He played some privates with me and Coffee Pass, I think.
Coffee
Um,
Pass.
but I
He
don't
played with
think he
Drew. That's
he played with Drew.
oh, like he's mixing teams. Like, is that allowed?
Uh, He's in no team, so he can play him which with whoever he wants. So yeah, I don't know when they could face each other, Coffee Pass and Bastion. So
Okay, so let's
yeah,
go.
table is up.
The table
Dark
is up.
first.
Let's go into the room and okay, it looks like they are ready. Bastion is playing Dark Side. Joe is playing Light Side. Here we go. The last game of the OCS playoffs. Joe is playing Prophet versus Bastion's Shadow Collective. Okay, I'm excited for this
That's
one.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like was this a deck that Bastion tested with you at all?
He played it, Shadow Collective, but not much because he said he's so familiar with the deck that he doesn't need to test this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we also tested for my game, so it's not only that we tested for him. So yeah,
Well, I mean, uh, hopefully
he didn't play much, I
he didn't
think,
play
in the
much.
last week.
Okay, it looks like Bastion's going to play Lady Proxima to the audience chamber. He hasn't decided really on another one. Okay, and there's Rook as well. So Rook and Proxima coming down. Both their starting interrupts, the standard starting interrupts for both players. Bastion going with the third marker as his battleground site. Okay, he's playing You'll Be Dead.
Proxima is really nice here to get the characters out fast. His
Mm-hmm.
low Destiny ones. And even though he can't drain there, he should be able to ping there with You'll Be Dead.
That's a really good point. Yeah, like he doesn't get the drains because of the profit objective, but yeah, he can ping. Okay, so he's also starting You'll Be Dead, Inconsequential Losses, and Imperial Rest Order and Secret Plans. Not a card that you see a lot of play with this Shadow Collective. A lot of people have been playing the Gick effect. I'm not really sure.
I think it's a
Well, for,
reaction to communing because
mm-hmm.
he wants one more battleground to have resistance going. That communing can't drain for 5 or 6, holding one battleground.
Yeah.
So I think that's a reaction to that one.
Okay, according to Jared, who played Prophet day two at Worlds this past year. He says, "I think this matchup favors the Shadow Collective a lot. I Actually, I think I agree. So here we go. Both players starting with.
He needs to find something against the gift.
Yeah, that's the big thing. The fact
So
that
I
he.
think he will play one battleground with a arrest order, maybe the Hoth one. We will see.
Okay, he got out his Coruscant docking bay. He also was able to get out in Balatique with Lady Proxima. And Joe has Han Virtual as his frozen captive. So his retrieval is immune to secret plans, but it is only going to be 5 instead of the 10.
Yeah, but I think it's the best choice.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Yeah, I like that in the chat. Solid Snack says the little Y-wing that could and the landing claw are useless in this matchup.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I said it with the Hoth docking bay. I think there was a build at Worlds also with this one. I didn't check much decks from Worlds, but who played it? Who played Shadow Collective at Worlds?
I think there was a few people that played Shadow Collective.
Did Greg Shaw play?
Yeah, Greg played it day 2, and he ended up beating. Yeah, he beat Joe with his Shadow Collective. Okay, and then here we go. He already checked his deck with he checked the deck with the Imperial Arrest Order, so he was able to verify that Maul was there. There's the Maul coming down and the first light reception area from his hand. So he's still going to be able to pull a blaster if he wants one with his objective this turn.
Yeah, I think he should go for it and put a blaster on Rook.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want to see. I would have liked to have seen one more alien come down, just so that way Joe doesn't come down with like a really big beat squad, so that way he can possibly get down that second battle destiny here.
What do you mean?
With Proxima. So if he had if Bastion was able to get another alien out with Lady to get that second battle destiny with Lady Proxima, having 3 aliens. I would have liked to have seen that.
But I don't think he will attack at turn 1 with 8 force, Joe Olson, and getting the blaster here on Rook is really important to protect his leader from Blaster Prophecy and Clash of Sabers. So he can't play the reacting Greedo in this deck, can he? But like you said, he did it the second.
Yep, and there's the second alien.
The Destiny.
Danik Jarrow coming down, and yeah.
However, this prevents the protection from the clash. Because
that's a really good. Oh yeah, you're right. So I don't know. Like I kind of like the blaster on the Danik Jarrow.
So I think I wouldn't have made that one because.
Well, no.
If someone comes down with Clash, he has two less force, so it's probably fine.
Yeah, and plus with Danik Jarrow, when he's armed with a blaster, you add a destiny. So now Bastion has 3 destiny there.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's. Okay, that's weird. Let me jump out really quick. And hopefully that fixes it. Sorry, everyone, about that. I don't know what happened with the new interface there. While it is Joe's activate, I'm going to grab my coffee. So, Timo, if you want to just let everybody just commentate on what people are doing.
Yeah, nothing yet, so nothing to talk about.
Yeah, that's why I figured
Underworld contract. Which gives another activation and also prevents the force trends from being cancelled or modified. But this should not be very important in this matchup.
No, I'm a little surprised that Joe went with Prophet. I mean, like you said, he can play a lot of the different decks that are out there, but I don't know. Like, is this a Joe Olson deck?
I haven't seen playing him this a lot. I played him one time with my Y4O in a league game, but that's long ago. So he has a history playing Prophet, but I think he has good builds for every deck, for every objective. So maybe I don't know if he put him on Shadow Collective, but I don't know which one is favored here. To be honest, it's not a matchup we have seen a lot often being played.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
like
the chat has an opinion on that one.
why does it say game 2? Oh, that is a typo. Thank you, Charlie.
Joker King misses nothing. Oh no, not Joker King. ND Gamer.
That is Charlie Arlinson. Okay, so Joe just drew up, and then on Bastion's turn, he plays Rebel Leadership. Or no, he does it on his turn during his force or his draw step. So Joe currently sitting with 14 cards in his hand. Maybe Bastion has the Monarch. That might ruin Joe's day a little bit.
He likes playing Monarch Bastion, but I think you want to put so much cards in a Shadow Collective that you don't have room for a Monarch. It's often the 61st card you want to have.
Okay, so he misses.
Considering that he plays one more docking bay or two more docking bays, it's also cards you have to cut out for that.
Okay, so he misses with Proxima, and then he does ping with the You'll Be Dead. Joe loses the Neighborum Leads from his hand with the Imperial Arrest Order Secret Plans combo. Not really a card that's going to come into play for Joe. Joe was able to get his Boss Nash Chamber as well as the farm on the tables, and then he also was able to get the Anti-Chamber as well. So Joe goes from activating 8 force up to 15.
They both have a quite nice activation at this point, 15 to 15.
Yep. Yeah, now that the Dryden Study is on the table, so it's 15 to 15. He does pull... Bastion did pull that with his objective. So unless he has a blaster coming down from his hand, he's not going to have another blaster this turn.
So what would you do then? Would you concentrate your powers on Tatooine? I think I would go first to Hoth.
That's what I was thinking.
To make some damage and because a rebel spy with not being able to play a Nebulon Slate, and he wants to make use of his use spell pool, will possibly go to Tatooine. But so you maybe can, if he has a Gug in hand, you can spread thin on Hoth and focus the rest of his power on holding Tatooine.
And I agree 100% with that. I like the idea of him going to Hoth, maybe putting a Ray or someone like that down there. Someone that won't give him a force pile pool, but somebody that can do some damage to Bastion. Being that Bastion is only doing 1 point of damage, I mean, if you can try and get 2 points of damage in, that would be really good. But like you said, Joe needs to get a gift going, and
it would be 3 points of damage. He could drain for 2, he could ping for 1 on Hoth.
Yeah. Okay, Bastion's going to play Point Man from his hand. This is during his draw phase. So Bastion really didn't do much on his turn. He got the Dryden Study out and moved Maul over. I don't know. Like I for one like to protect my Maul. I don't know about putting him out there and
He's
leaving
on
him
a
vulnerable.
non-battleground side, so
Joe would have to have a spy.
Yeah.
But again,
And,
Bastion might be playing Stunning Leader or something along those lines.
For sure. That's what I wanted to say. And I think it's maybe 14 is a little bit high to draw here. Joe might play a Grimtage, but
Yeah.
I think it was right to draw up because he basically put all down turn 1, a lot of cards, and now he has a big hand to operate with.
Yeah, both players have quite a large hand. Both players are actually over 12 cards in their hands, so both are vulnerable to the Grimtosh Monarch. So we'll see if Joe is playing Grimtosh or Bastion's playing Monarch.
Now it's a little bit more tricky on turn 2 with so much activation and a big hand for Joe Olson that he doesn't have the Plaster Prophecy and Clash of Sabers protection from Rook because he's not armed. Yeah.
Okay, there's a verify for Bastion of Joe's deck. Joe went to search out for Boshuda and missed. I think one thing that really is good for Bastion is the fact that he got out the something special plan for them. On his first turn, he was able to grab that Rebel leadership that Joe played on his draw phase.
Yeah.
And
But if I'm Joe and play multiple of these Rebel leadership, I'm happy that it's not on the shield.
Yeah. He did get out General Leia.
And he should save the shield maybe now for the We Are Doomed combo.
Yeah,
I'd rather had it vice versa, so the leadership on the shield and the We Are Doomed on the special plant.
Okay, here we go. Leia coming down. Let's see if he does take a card from his use pile. I'm assuming that Joe is going to be pulling Leia's blaster rifle here. Okay, there's a Come Here You Big Coward from Bastion. So Joe won't be able to retrieve anything with just Leia on the table at the audience chamber.
How's the interrupt called where you can free Han without controlling?
Someone Who Loves You?
Yeah, but I don't think we see it here because
No.
Lando comes down too.
So that would be a second Destiny for Joe, and he'd be able to bounce someone. I'd say he bounces the Danik Jericho. If he can bounce Danik Jericho here, that's really big.
Yeah. Because 2 Destiny less.
Mm-hmm.
And no weapon to shoot.
And Lenny actually makes a really good point there. Bastion didn't have any cards in his force pile to grab the Rebel leadership. So, I mean...
Yeah, that's right. He wouldn't have played it.
Yeah. Okay, Joe has 8 cards left in his force pile here. Let's see if he's got a second character. Still no force pile, or still no Leia's gun, though. That's kind of important. If he activated the gun and it's still in his force pile, that's good for Bastion.
The tricky thing here is he can subtract from the Y4O X, but he doesn't know the destiny he will be drawing. So it's a kind of a gamble if you say he draws a 5 and Bastion says he makes it 2 or 4, and then if he draws low, Bastion, yeah, he will be excluded anyway.
And there is the gun, one of the best cards in Star Wars right now.
Maybe we see a stunning leader here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You have to think about the stunning leader here.
So if Joe puts another guy down with ability 2, and then we see a stunning leader, we might see a beatdown from Dark because I don't think his Rook will not be excluded, and also... Oh, no.
Yeah, I was going to say Danik Jericho.
Danik would be excluded,
yeah.
His ability 3, so...
But you got to think if Joe has to be thinking about the stunning leader here. Like, he's got to have something to cancel it, whether it's Quite a Mercenary V or I think it's just Quite Mercenary V.
Most impressive.
Well, impressive versus suppressive won't work because there has to be a Jedi there.
It needs a Jedi, no? Yeah, it needs a Jedi.
Yep, and yeah, Lenny in the chat says that Sense would work as well. Defensive fire, wounded warrior. Yeah, that would be big.
Bastion not pulling the anti-sense shield makes me think that maybe he plays a sense too.
Okay, there's Padme coming down as well. She'll be able to add a Destiny to Attrition.
he clears here, he could just walk over with one and then retrieve.
Okay, there is the anti-weapon levitation shield from Joe. Okay, here we go. Our first battle, and I'm assuming this is going to be a very battle-intensive game. Okay, so
no defensive fire.
No defensive, nothing yet. Okay. Leia's going to attempt to shoot Janik Jericho. Joe plays Sorry About the Mess combo to add 3 to his total weapon destiny. No stunning leader or anything from Bastion. This is interesting. Okay, Sorry About the Mess goes to the use pile. And Joe draws a 2, so yeah, Danik Jericho is going to be hit here. And that's going to make the weapon go away as well.
Down to 1 destiny.
Mm-hmm. So there goes Danik Jericho. There goes the blaster.
There will be no counter beat if he excludes Proxima. And she's very easy to exclude.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because Ruben...
Yep. Joe going to go with targeting Proxima here. Ooh, Joe draws a 5. That's not good.
He has to subtract to... but that's a really big turn for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So even if he subtract, he has 8 total. So Bastion would need a 6.
He'd need a 6. Yeah, just a tie.
So a 5 and adding 1. Can he add 1 at his draw too? That's the question. No, that's not enough.
No. So Proxima gets excluded from the battle, and now it's 2 destiny versus Rook. Already down by 7, so...
So hopefully Bastion found a masterful move to pull his Gook now. Or he has one in hand because he doesn't have the effect, the mind trick effect, because of the insurrection.
Okay, Joe's going to draw Luke Skywalker, Rebel Scout. He's probably going to cancel this and draw it into his hand. And he draws a 5. What chance do we have? So that's pretty significant. And there's Luke's lightsaber. So 17 to 4. Bastion's down by 13. Rook covers for 4, so he's down by 9. And there is the Gick from Bastion. Okay, so Bastion doesn't take any overflow.
I'm glad Bastion had the Gick here because this would have been a very short game and maybe very hard to recover from, and we want a close game.
We do. Yeah.
Chris, he used his maul, but he used to subtract the weapon destiny from Lando because he hoped. But if he excludes his guy, his Proxima, he doesn't need it anyway. With a Gook in hand.
Okay, 3PO moves over to the audience chamber, signifying that Joe does have the Gick, or the GIF. So 3PO is now undercover. Now, the good thing is that Bastion can still use Proxima's still there, so he can still get the game text from her, get some other aliens back into his hand. But the fact that he lost...
He can't take another beatdown now.
No.
I don't think he will play 2 Gook. So she can only move to the other interior side.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise
kind of...
she will be lost.
Yeah, that's kind of important. Okay, there's an he does hit with Lady Proxima there. He gets Arson with Blaster Rifle into his hand.
We also know that he has Luke in hand. We also know that his lightsaber should be 10th from the
Yeah.
top. So if he spends enough force, he can use pull it with into hand with his I must be allowed to speak. So if it doesn't save Proxima, also we could still see another beatdown. Even if he backs her up, he could have a clash in hand and attack with Luke. So he might want to think about suiciding her and going to Hoth.
What, just move her outside and let her die?
Yeah, maybe.
It's
If he
not
can't back
that's,
her up,
yeah, that's not a
if he doesn't have
terrible
a stunning
idea.
weapon, it's depending on his hand for sure, but yeah.
Okay, he gets another blaster out. He puts it onto Maul.
Joking talks about weapon levitation. That's one he can play too. And the thing you know here is he can use weapon levitation on Maul, but not on his other guys. So they are protected from weapon levitation, I think. They are protected from weapons being stolen, aren't they? Yes. But it's only for non-Jedi characters, so he could also attack Maul with a weapon levitation and use it that way.
Okay, so here we go. Bastion's going to... He is spreading a little bit. Balatik going down to the farm. Hondo Anaka going to the Jabba's Palace, Tatooine Jabba's Palace. He gets another blaster onto Balatik there. Yeah, that is Han V.
Would be interesting to see if Joe Olson plays the guy which Matt Lutz loves, the resistant guy which can make you move, make a control phase move.
Oh, Lor Santeca. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'm so bad with names. I know all cards, but
Zam Wessel coming down to the antechamber. So Bastion's spreading pretty hard. He's into his move, his battle phase here. He does flip, so he is going to. I think he's going to put do a point of damage here.
Yeah. But he will retrieve it anyway. So if he comes down with Luke anywhere, he can retrieve. So why did I miss something here? Why did he not deploy? Why did he not deploy Hondo to the farm in the first place?
I think it was so that he flipped. I don't know. That's actually a good question because with the objective, oh yeah, it has to be with the battle phase. So,
okay.
oh, they have to control two battlegrounds. So, I mean, I don't know. That's actually a good question. Yeah.
True. He walked now over with Maul, and so he wouldn't have flipped. Because Maul is a gangster too, but he was at a non-battleground side at first.
Yeah, and Balatik, I believe, flips him as well because he's a gangster. So Hondo and Balatik, so they allowed the flip.
So the good thing is, even with a gift, he can't reduce the force drain at Balatik's side.
Mm-hmm. So
no. No, yeah.
Yeah, while opponent's battleground. Right. So, I mean, Bastion's not doing really any damage at the antechamber, but he is doing damage at the farm as well as the third marker, and it is still a drain of 2 at the farm. I mean, because you can't reduce it, so you don't get that unless Vader or your troopers here. So it's still a drain of 2 instead of the drain of 1 because of that. Okay, Joe loses off the top. to Bastion's objective. He loses Rose Tico.
Jared asks who will pull battle plans. I would say the first who could drain because they both won't get shield busted, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So why not play it? If you don't play it, the other one plays it. And if Bastion thinks that he can shield bust Joe, maybe then not pull it. But I don't see what he could use. Okay,
so
he needs secret plans because he has to interrupt where he can retrieve with every leader. That's one he should pull.
well, no, secret plans is on the table.
I mean, no, I mean,
Joe.
I mean the other one.
Aim high.
Aim high.
Well,
So
yeah, I
this
was gonna
would be a free retrieval. What could he also need? He won't drain for more than 2, so
yeah, right now Joe's not
maybe
doing any damage or anything.
anti-sand shield.
Yeah, I'm surprised like he hasn't pulled his wise
So
advice.
He didn't drain.
Well, he can't drain. Joe can't drain.
Yeah. So
And there's no point to him releasing Han yet because he can't retrieve.
yeah, it's true. Can only drain if he's flipped.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, what Joe could do is move 3PO to the antechamber and set up the retrieval this turn. I mean, we know he has Luke in his hand, but I mean, first of all, Bastion saved 2 force, so that's telling me that he's got like a barrier or a stunning leader in his hand, possibly both. But let's see. Okay, here we go. Ray all the Jedi coming down to the moisture farm.
Another beatdown.
Yep.
Now
And Luke's gonna give us the.
Sable.
He can get 2 sabers here. He can get the use pile pull with Luke to pull Anakin's saber, put it on Rey, and then get Luke's saber, put it onto Luke, and then he's swinging at both.
So if I have any one lightsaber in reserve, I would pull that and would just grab a Clash or something like that.
Hayes, I really don't know what he took. We know that the saber was there towards the bottom. Yeah, Clash was there. Sorry about the mess. Could have been 1. Because didn't you say that? I know you said the saber was towards the bottom, like it was like what, the 10th card from the bottom or something like that.
No, from the top.
From the top.
The
Okay.
10 so
maybe he took the saber there.
But I didn't check how he activated 15, so it might be the the first card is still active, and that's why he.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the saber should have been in his deck, or he could have taken it with the. Okay, so there's Anakin's saber coming down onto Luke. And Luke's bionic hand.
This doesn't look good for Bastion.
No. And the Gik is just sitting right on top of his lost pile. You got to think that Joe has like Clash or sorry about the mess combo.
Joker King said that we missed that he activated some, then used 3PO, and
Yeah.
then activated the rest.
That's what I was saying, Chris. I don't know what he did. I'm thinking it's either like he was tracking around for that sorry combo, or maybe the Clash. So I'm thinking it's the sorry combo because if he has even if he has the saber here, he can just hit Balatik and just do a lot of damage to Hondo. Oh, this is getting worse. Clash of Sabers on Balatik. So now it's just going to be Hondo sitting by himself. And Hondo does draw a Destiny, but... Yeah, you're sitting 4-10 right now, or 4-14. You're down by 10, and your opponent has a weapon. This is Not good for Bastion. Okay, here we go. Anakin Saber's going to fire at Hondo. Draws a 4 for the first Destiny. Oh, it becomes a 5 because of Luke. So that's going to hit Hondo. Yep. Draws Ahsoka for the second one. She becomes a 2.
He probably has a Cheddar left in hand too, because this Ashoka Tano Destiny took a while to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have, an interrupt.
Yep, there's someone who loves you. He has someone who loves you, so he exchanges that with Clash of Sabers and Lost Pile. Joe's just firing on all cylinders today. Like, I know it's still early, but still. Okay, there's a 4. So 18 to there's going to be 17 to 4 plus Destiny for for Bastion. And there's defensive fire. Becomes a 1. Now it's a 2, so Joe is fully immune. So Bastion's down by 11.
Holy smokes. Yeah, and we see him peeling. Yeah,
Yep, there goes Hondo.
that's the first card from hand.
Yep, Yavin for Docking Bay. Masterful move. Defensive fire. There goes a Dengar.
We might even not see a game 2 here.
I think we will. Okay, there goes Sith Fury from Bastion's hand. Like, Bastion's still doing 3 points of damage next turn.
So yeah, he has to start new because he can retrieve all 5 anytime he wants that. And he's totally safe on almost every side he controls. He will ping, he will drain.
Yep, there goes an IG-88 with Riot Gun from Bastion's hand. And the fact that he's taking so time and being very deliberate with what he loses here, I can tell he's not going to just scoop. There goes Imp Decree. Oh, losing that Imp Decree would have been kind of bad. And balance combo, masterful move, quick reflexes, and hidden weapons all go lost. I mean,
So Bastion likes to play this gun effect where he can pull a hidden weapon into hand in the move phase. Maybe make a beatdown himself with that one, but I don't see much hope here.
okay, Luke moving over to the Jabba's Palace site, and then pass his turn over to Bastion. Still no flip from Joe, so I'll probably flip on before his control phase. Bastion activating everything.
Maybe flipping now to retrieve the full 5.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Joe loses from the top, so he's got Wisa in his lost pile. And Joe will play Battle Plan here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the right thing. He has a
I'm
much
a little-
more force to operate with. So Bastion is low on force if he always pays to drain.
I'm a little surprised that Bastion didn't drain first, so he could have got that drain in for free.
That's right. I thought this myself. Maybe he missed that. And someone pointed out that Imperial Degree Non-V is an interesting card.
Oh no, I think it would have been a
because he has
great.
because he has two half sides here to control.
And he plays the Yavin 4 docking bay. That would have been good for Y4 ops. Like
Yeah.
I know this is a deck that this Shadow Collective deck has a rough time with Y4 ops, and I think those cards are definitely teched for it.
So how many points of damage does Joe make? If he retrieves 5 now, he can drain for 1, 2, 3, and ping for 5 damage.
Yes, I think it's five. It's five total
That's
damage
correct.
for in favor of Joe. Yeah, Bastion's thinking about what he
The
wants to
only
do.
good thing is for Bastion that he's a masterful tracker, and with this few cards, it's not hard to track good destinies. But he lost so many
He
key
did.
characters already.
I mean,
What has he left?
the nice thing
Boba?
is he can always. Well, if he flips here, he can recirculate his deck.
Yeah.
So it makes sense with
But then
him
he,
activating
but then he,
everything.
he reshuffles, so no
Yeah.
tracking then.
Yeah, Bastion's taking his time though, thinking about what he wants to do here. He's still got a lot of time left. He's sitting at 27 minutes, a little under 28 minutes right now. So, okay, here we go. Arsing with blaster rifle coming down in front of Luke.
The problem is if he comes down with another character there. We saw Joe Olson getting back his clash with his biotic
Yeah,
hand.
but
So
he only has one force saved, so he can't play the clash.
yeah, but he will he flip?
Joe, maybe.
Does two gangsters control? I have to check.
Yeah, he. They have to control, and
Yeah,
yeah. So
so he
Bastion
will
would
flip,
flip,
and then he could attack. That's true.
and he's got now Assault's Ventress too, so that gives him another chance. So he's got essentially 4 Destiny to hit Luke here and get Luke off the table. And I mean, that gets Luke off the table, and as well as getting a Saber off the table. So that's kind of important.
It will have a blaster deflection, I guess. So
That's a possibility.
that's maybe because he shoots with this first to see if he uses the blaster deflection and then have the better chance with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 3.
Okay,
He
he
needs
needs a
another
he
at
needs a
1.
5, doesn't he?
No.
Because of the bionic hand. Oh no, that's right.
So
Yeah,
that's perfect.
that
If
hits.
he played the Visa got a Grand Army to subtract 1, he could have add 1.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The Wisa would have done it. I was thinking of he had Luke's saber that adds to the defense value, not Anakin's. The hand doesn't do anything here. It just adds to the attrition and power. Okay, Anakin's saber's gonna swing at R Sing here. Draws a 4, so that's definitely gonna hit the R Sing.
and it's
Draws.
good that but yet now I would retrieve it to have Anakin Saber at the button to pull it with Rey next turn.
Yeah. Okay, R Sing is hit. I still think you attempt to shoot Luke here.
He will, because making
Yeah.
forfeit 0, some possible overflow. So that's why he thinks about blaster protection. He still can react to this targeting. Yeah. Gam gives so much away. You always have to play with your mimic action timer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's the
to not
blaster
give away
deflection.
your whole hand.
I mean, Luke's still hit here, so I mean the site's going to be cleared. I think if you're Bastion, you're happy. You're kind of happy with that. But yeah, I like what the chat is saying here. Retrieving after Luke goes lost so you can get the saber back and then pull it with Ray.
Did the chat say that? I think I
You
said
said that. The chat said that. Everybody says
Chat said
that. Okay, the Bastard of Deflection goes used. Bastion does not grab it.
No, he wants the grab for the We Are Doomed, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, plus after this battle, I mean, with Bastion, how many guys with weapons do you really have at this point? I mean, yeah, you have Maul and Balatik. Balatik's really not doing anything. Bastion draws a 2 for his Destiny. Maul's going to add 1, so it becomes a 3.
Now I read the chat.
And
Lenny.
Joe draws a 4, becomes a 3 with Maul, so both players, no overflow or anything. So both sides just lose what they have at the site.
Yeah. But Bastion lose 2 another important guys, and Joe can retrieve them.
Yeah.
Retrieve his Luke.
You can retrieve his Luke, his Bionic Hand, and the Saber. Play the Saber on Ray next turn. Yeah.
But at least he saved 2 damage from the drain of Luke, from Luke's side.
Mm-hmm.
But I think next turn, his guy can be attacked.
Balatik? I thought it was the end of your next turn.
I think.
Yeah, Joe played it on his turn, so Balatik's still there to block that drain.
Okay.
Again, I'm a little surprised that Joe doesn't just retrieve with Han here. Because then you're doing point of damage with the objective, and you're getting 5 force back.
He should do now.
Yeah.
So if Bastioner might pass, only because if Bastion passes, then Joe can activate, right? He can't then.
Yeah, Joe has to do it before he loses the 1 at the end of Bastion's turn, I believe. But again, I could be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong so many times before, I've lost count.
So, it didn't do it. So he can't pull the saber.
And he'll lose a Jedi Levitation off the top of his reserve deck. And Joe's just cycling cards with that 3PO. 3PO
so even
is...
if you don't track anything, I might just always activate only 4 or 5, then use 3PO just to make the opponent think that I tracked something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, here we go. There's the flip from Joe. So he'll retrieve 5. He retrieves Jedi Levitation, Luke's Hand, Anakin Saber, and Luke Rebel Scout. And the last card is going to be a Wisagata Grand Army. So now Joe's going to do a point of damage with his objective. And he can now force drain at the audience chamber. Let's see. I believe Balatik is... Yeah, Balatik can still not battle. So he does block that drain there. Bastion's going to lose defensive fire off the top. And
Chat
now...
is even more funny than you, Dan. I think I'm just gonna read the chat instead of talking about the game.
Oh? What's the chat saying? That's making you laugh?
Dralik said that I give away all my secrets because I said I would activate only a few to make the opponent think that I tracked something.
And Joe is going to retrieve neighboring leads with Ray all the Jedi. So he goes to retrieve Wisa or neighboring leads, and Bastion allows him to retrieve the neighboring leads. Okay, life force counts, as you can see, Bastion is at 16. Joe is sitting at 30. Okay, Ben Kenobi and Ahsoka Tano coming down in front of Zam Wessel and Lady Proxima. There's
And he has the clash.
And he's got the clash. He's got the clash. He's got Obi-Wan's saber. So again, you got to think Bastion has something. We know that one of the cards in Joe's hand is clash.
What can he have? The most interrupts
Stunning
only
leader
work with a blaster. Like
Stunning leader.
Yeah, maybe that one. But okay, Joe only has two cards in hand. It's unlikely that he has a sense.
Yeah, And Bastion might have a sense if he gets into a sense war.
Might have one too, yeah, because both didn't pull the.
I mean, both characters here would draw Destiny. If you exclude Proxima, Zam draws a Destiny. If you exclude, and vice versa. I think you go with excluding the Zam, though, just because she's power 4 to Proxima's 2.
So I think I would go for another beatdown. So I would hit one and then exclude the other probably, and not that one who I
no stunning leader. This could be it.
Can't drain there then, but I make another big overflow.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Draws a 2 and a 3. So yep, that's gonna hit Proxima. This could be the match.
I think I would rethink.
Oh no, it's not gonna hit Proxima because Maul minuses it. So Proxima's still gonna stick around.
If maybe this prophet is favored. So much tricks on Tatooine.
Oh yeah, I mean the Destiny's -2 and -1, so the Destiny's -3 here, and Maul using the +1 there. I mean Bastion's probably not getting any Destiny this.
But I don't
battle.
think I would play. I don't think I would play Clash at all here, because if you don't make overflow, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, hopefully he only loses one. Maybe you don't even draw at all, that he can only use one. If you lose nothing, that you can beat down him next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you clash, you can't drain. And if you don't clash, he probably just forfeits both.
I don't know. I was gonna say I think you have to clash here.
I wouldn't clash.
You would or wouldn't?
Wouldn't. I would not.
Okay.
I would maybe not even draw a Destiny. I would want one to stay.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but
that he only can lose one guy.
Yeah.
If you draw Destiny, Bastion might deny his Destiny and lose both, that he can't be beaten down.
Mm-hmm.
If you draw no Destiny, if Bastion denies, but so now I would just lose both guys, which would, I mean, at this time, Joe can do what he wants. He can't lose this game.
No. Okay, he draws a 4 for his Battle Destiny. And Bastion does not draw.
What did I say? He denies it to lose both. So that's why I wouldn't have drawn when I was.
Oh, I thought you were saying Joe shouldn't draw. Okay, yeah, no, I agree.
Joe shouldn't draw. That if Bastion also doesn't draw,
Mm-hmm.
he can only lose one guy. That one stays, and this guy couldn't move anywhere.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But now at least Joe gets another drain of 2, and does Obi-Wan ping too? No, Obi-Wan doesn't ping.
No.
But he can move Leia over or Lando over.
Yeah, he can move Han over with Obi-Wan, and then you can just keep reviving Han if you really need to.
Yeah.
And then you get another ping in. I mean, you could, and then you could literally, yeah, you move Lando over to Jabba's palace site and threaten another ping of 1, so you're pinging in a lot of damage.
At this point, I wouldn't even draw
Yeah.
cards if I were Joe.
No, you're up so much. You're up 30 to 15, or it's 32 to 21. Yeah. Yep. Han moves over. I still think you move Padme over with Leia though.
Why? Then Lando says it alone, only
Well, I mean, Lando draws a destiny on his own.
not if he has something like Wounded Warrior or something like that. No, no, it doesn't change the
Yeah.
game text, only the ability, right? Then he would draw with only cancels Leia's game.
The only thing the only real card that Joe would have to worry about is Forlorn with his rifle.
But I think Leia alone is dangerous enough with her rifle.
Yeah. Okay. And plus, you keep Balatique from moving, so. Okay, there's you'll be
True.
dead. There goes Blaster Deflection off the top, so that's kind of a big card. I mean, best you could theoretically shoot with Balatique here and kill Rey. Okay, there goes
from reserve.
Yeah, he's losing from reserve deck. Interesting. Yeah, there goes the Wisa and a neighboring leads.
Leia Daddy 07 points out a potential fallen portal.
That's Bat
yeah,
Mouse.
Possible.
Bat Mouse with his funny little cards.
I love that card in my Rebel Strike team with the high destiny and.
I'm telling you, you should.
Joker King most of the time has the counter that
Yeah.
fallen portals my characters.
Yeah. I still would have liked to have seen you play Rebel Strike Team though.
Yeah, it's not. It's a coin flip against Court, and if he plays map,
Which he did.
I might as well concede right from the start. But it's not about me; it's about these two guys. And
Yeah, you had your moment in the sun, and you.
in the shadow, I had my moment in the shadow.
Joker King. I was gonna say Joker King is a pretty big shadow over you at this point.
Never pick him again.
Why not?
No, forget it. It only get worse all the time.
I don't know. Like you maybe could beat him next time.
I would like to pick you, but you never make the top 16.
Well, help me get better. Jabba coming down to the first light bar. So Bastion's going to be able to flip here. Django also gets a Black Sun Blaster. Joker King's saying he wants you to continue to pick him. Charlie says Wounded
I want to see a beatdown here.
Yeah, Wounded Warrior could be in play, yeah.
But Wounded Warrior doesn't make forfeit 0. Does it?
No.
So.
But you get rid of some retrieval. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
And with the 2 guns there, that saves some. Okay, so
that's a hit.
That's going to hit, yeah.
If it doesn't have Weezer.
I mean, Jusko only got 4 cards in his hand here. And there's the Wounded Warrior, so no ability and power 0. Rey with that huge dot in her face.
That's crazy. Bastion never gives up. Never gives up. You
Yeah.
can never count him out.
And a Lawless Tide, Tree Destiny. Oh, I like this. Saucy.
Will he have the... Oh man, I don't even know Hojiks.
Yeah. Okay, just going to grab the Lawless Time. Not a bad grab. I mean, it.
So he forfeit covers the power. So everything he gets from the destiny is, if he doesn't have the hot chicks.
Yeah, but I mean, all of his destiny's gonna be -2. That's the only part.
Not the one for, to power, but the other one.
Yeah. Draws a 3, so it's 11-0 right now. It's a 1.
He can't add with more.
No, he already did.
That's a 0.
Yeah.
This gift is so.
That's a 2, so gets 3. So it's 14-0.
Six overflow.
Yeah. This is why you never give up and never surrender.
I would have not conceded if I'm Brian Fred that fast, because I don't understand. You think you're Dan?
What?
Ah, no. I thought your sound is off.
No,
I think
no.
he could have get silver down also to maybe 20. So no hot chicks.
No Hojiks. Jar Jar, Anakin, Run Luke Run, Rebel Barrier, and Sense all go lost. There goes the Sorry About the Mess as well, and there goes the Ray. So, Bastion doing some work here.
How bad we are at
Wow.
commentating the game if we say it's game, no chance for Bastion.
Oh, whoa, nobody
No.
said. I don't think anybody said that. This is
I
Bastion.
said that, so
That's because you're bad.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
We have 55 people watching this game today. That's great. On a Monday morning, well, Monday afternoon, morning over here in America, we have 55 people watching that. This is great.
Oh, but hopefully none of those are my students again.
Hey, how could you lose in front of your students?
They don't understand the game. I just said to them I won. No, I didn't do that.
So again, with Balatique sitting at the farm, it's still a drain of 2 there for Bastion.
So this would be. I don't think he has much characters in hand with his few cards. He maybe attract one now.
I don't know. I mean,
And he can drain for. He can ping for 2 if he still
3.
controls those 2, and he
He's
can
pinging
drain
for 3.
Bastion pings for 2.
Oh, Bastion pings for 2, but Joe pings for 3. There goes
Yeah,
Wounded Warrior,
I
Dread and
meant
Voss, and Boba Fett. And now Joe's going to be able to pay to drain for 3 at, or drain pay 3 to drain for 2 at the antechamber, which he does.
So if Joe has nothing, here he can maybe walk over block 1 with Leia.
I don't know.
Risking
I was
another-
going to say that risks a little bit of a
Risking another
beatdown.
attack, or take a ping of 2,
Okay.
a ping of 1 from the objective, and a drain of 2, 1, and 0. 2 from the.
No, it's 2 and 2.
Down.
2 and 2.
No, because the gift.
Balatique.
Yeah, but not. But the gift. Is it only Tatooine sides?
No, it does all of them. So I'm saying, but it's a drain of 2 and 2.
Maul
at
is
ti-
no alien, so you
Yeah.
see.
This is why you
made a
lose
bad
to
call
Joker
again.
King.
That's
There's
real.
there's Anakin's lightsaber on Luke. And there's this clash of sabers. Probably going to be on Jeddah Cost here. Yep. Or not Jeddah Cost, Jango Fett.
Yeah.
So Balatique versus Luke here.
So at least he gets the forfeit of the weapon, which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if Joe draws low and he subtracts 1, it's not that.
No.
I mean, he
gonna-
will lose that game. for
Yeah.
sure, Bastion. But
Yep, draws high
it
enough.
would still make damage.
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely
not.
draws high enough. I mean, at least Bastion got this game under 20. There's a blaster deflection.
He would love to grab that now
Yeah, but he
to make
can't.
him lose another force by grabbing that.
Yeah, but he had to spend one to shoot. So
Yeah, yeah.
oh
Oh, ooh.
oh oh, you're gonna still subtract one, but oh. So 12-4 down by 8. The blaster forfeits for 3. Bastion's got to lose 5. Oof.
But Bastion will make another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage at least. I think. 2 for the drain, 1 for the ping, 1
4.
for the objective ping. Well, because he still has 2 gangsters controlling battleground sites.
Yeah, he's doing 4 points of damage.
5 if you drain. No, you're right. Oh, man, Jabba is -1 draw. Just be quiet. I'm just watching here now. 4 points.
I like how I think you're the flustered one right now. Like Bastion's probably sitting over there, calm, cool, collective.
Yeah.
You're flustered for him.
Smoking some joint. Doesn't care at all.
Yeah, what are you drinking over there, Timo?
Just Coke Zero with vanilla.
Oh,
So I
okay.
had no Coke at my home when I came back from the drive. So I called the neighbor and said, I need some coffee to stream. So that's from my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Bastion's
drinking alcohol or something like that. Maybe when I'm with some friends or so, but gives me nothing.
I'm probably gonna make another cup of coffee here if we go to have a break. Bastion's still deciding on what he wants to lose here. Haven't had any. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we're just still waiting on Bastion to lose 2 cards. We know that the top card in his use pile is a blaster. Okay, there goes Balatique. He still does owe 2 cards though. There goes Hidden Weapons off the top of his reserve deck.
Don't think the weapon is of some use here.
Mm-mm. I think you can lose the well. You could track the weapon around, or you can put the weapon onto Jabba and then do another point of damage.
Jabba can't carry the weapon.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Oh, I'm wrong again. Now you are wrong.
it's the first time I've been wrong all day. Give me some slack here. There goes a Shizor from Bastion's hand. So now Joe is threatening a lot of damage next turn. But again, Joe doesn't have really anything he can retrieve with unless he battles with Leia. So Batmouse,
So
you're not a warrior.
Bastion gets him down to 40 or 15, depending on if you lose from hand. But if you lose from hand, he can't use his 3PO. Bastion only activates 5.
I mean, Django blocks the drain at the farm. He doesn't block the damage from the objective, so Bastion or Joe would be
Might see
doing.
attack here, because the second from the bottom is his blaster. He might pull if he comes down with
Yeah.
another character.
But that's what I'm saying.
Um,
He would have to.
but he can only attack maybe. Hmm.
I was gonna say I really don't see where he can. Okay, he
Yeah.
activates it
So he
everything.
drains.
Well, I mean, the other thing is, like I said, he has the objective flip. So,
Yeah, but he has to hit, and he has to put something down, and he has to attack. So if he activates 5,
well,
he could have only.
he activates everything. Drains for 2 at the defensive perimeter. He'll do another point of damage with the. Joe has you'll be. It could be worse in his hand.
That
So
should be grabbed.
yeah.
So I mean, activate all, put a character down, recirculate, pull the. Then he can't pull the gun because it's battle phase then.
Yeah.
When he recirculate, he circulates.
So Bastion does not grab the it could be worse.
Hmm.
Okay, there goes Luke's bionic hand off the top. And now Bastion will you'll be dead.
So the only side he could go down maybe is
Okay, there's a no escape.
interesting. And now Joe has no force to shoot with Leia, and he doesn't know Destiny with Leia. But how much force is
What he does?
it's 4 force. He can't attack.
No.
Yeah.
So he'll block the 2 drains, but Joe is still doing 4 damage from his objective. And yeah, he had to go there because you don't want him retrieving anything to up the differential at this point.
Yeah. Could have gone to Lando. But
Yeah. No.
he would have only blocked 1 ping and when it ran of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if he attacks and excludes him, no, not big of a deal.
Yep. There's the ping of 4 from Joe from the objective. Chalk, Dr. E, Wounded Warrior, and Pondo and Point Man go to the Lost. Drain of 1. Drain of 1 at the audience chamber as well. And that should pretty much be it at this point.
And GG.
Yeah.
Win by 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he would have grabbed the it could be worse, it would have been win by 15 there.
So if he loses one character now, and Bastion loses last force before the end of the battle, then Obi-Wan can't retrieve, and there's one card more in the lost pile. Is it right?
Mm-hmm. Wow, Hunting Party V. Bastion saying that he gifted a force there. Interesting.
Yeah, because of the non-grab, because he didn't
Oh, yeah,
grab.
yeah. Yep, Soka goes lost, and Bastion
So
will
now
lose.
Bastion loses from reserve
Yep,
to end the game, and he can't revive his Ashoka, and he has one card more in lost pile.
yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay, so Joe wins game one. Let's see if they're going to be doing the second game right away, or if they're going to take like a 2 to 3 minute break. Okay, so it looks like they're going to take about a 10-minute break, everyone. So once they come back, we'll be back with game two here in a little bit. And yeah, so no concession from Bastion. So we will be back in a little bit. Until then, stick around for game two.
See ya. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, everybody, we are back. Game 2 has started. Again, Bastion is on light side, Joe is on dark side. Just to let everybody know what happened again. Bastion, Joe ended up winning game 1 by 16. So here we go. Game 2, Bastion versus Joe Olson, to see who finishes out the top 8 of the OCS playoffs. And oh god, here we go. Map versus Y4O. I love it.
Yeah, and that's the matchup I think Bastion hoped for. Or how we would call him in Germany, Bastian Winkelhaus. Because we tested this one. So maybe he can pull it off, maybe not. We will see.
Oh yeah, this is a matchup I think Bastion can win. He should be able to win the game, but whether or not he wins by 16 or more, this is what's really going to be dependent on it. Okay, so Bastion going, Joe going with the standard start for map, with the Battle of the First Order as well as the Dead Speak. Bastion going with Walkling Squadron assignments and 4 luck. 4 luck is going to be huge this game.
And the good thing is about Javin Forbes,
Well,
they
time
always
out.
play the...
Is this the Y4 ops that I sent you?
No, it's one he made.
Okay, that's fair. But the 4 luck is going to be huge this game. He'll be able to track around. He'll be able to know what he has for Destiny, so that way when he wants to use his epic event and everything.
And also the BB8 in the ship lets him retrieve. Because if it's BB8 on table, he can retrieve.
Yep.
Even as the map is flipped.
Yep.
So we will see. It won't be a very interactive game.
No, but it's going to be a
lot
lot of
chess match.
It's going to be yeah. Okay, so Joe does play We Must Accelerate Our Plans, so that way he can get the bridge, the blockade flagship, or a blockade flagship site from his hand. So, okay, he does get out the bridge. Joe could have went with like a hallway here, and if he would have played the hallway, he could play Search and Destroy. That would have been bad for...
That would have been big. I think Bastion added Alter because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Search and Destroy.
Okay, and Joe is just going to draw up a lot of cards. He's sitting at 15 cards in his hand. Joe's got to be thinking, like, I just got to get it under 17. I just got to get it under 17. That's all he's got to be thinking here.
And maybe he doesn't even put his Emperor down to not let him use for luck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Bastion going to pull out a battleground system. We did see him play the "Were You Looking for Me" card, so he does have 3PO in his hand. I did not see if he's playing the other good protocol droid. He just got the 3PO.
You mean?
R3PO.
Yeah. R3PO, yeah. I don't think he plays him. Do you say him or it? I mean, it's a droid.
I don't know. Everybody says 3PO's a him, so... Bastion plays Bespin. Bespin? Okay. I mean, I guess that's for the... if Joe would have played... what's it called? Dark Deal. And
I don't know. I think he just wants to have a Destiny... a Parsec 6 one. To cancel, to get to Parsec 8 if he wants to cancel a drain there with his, you know what I mean, the guy.
Snap? Well,
no, Snap.
Yeah, Snap is only within 1 parsec, though. So I don't like Bespin because it's a parsec 6, so you can't just park Snap at Yavin 4 and cancel drains there.
I bet he has a Parsec 5 too.
Yeah, maybe like a Naboo.
And what is Was this Camino? Is it Parsec 7?
I believe so, yeah.
So maybe for his Camino. To cancel that drain.
Yeah, but again, like I said, you can't play. You just can't park snap at Yavin 4, and that's what you really want to do.
You can, yeah, you can move him around and always
Yeah.
stay at 1 parsec. So if somebody goes to Camino, he can move to Bespin.
Okay, Isard coming down to the war room. Bastion going to play Wise Advice. Bastion's only activating 9 force so far, so not the best start. But now that Joe occupies a non-battleground, 4 Lux in play. And there's P59. Yeah. So P59 blocks would actually be able to shoot like 3PO, would also be able to shoot the R3PO if Bastion plays it.
So it only activates 9, but if he gets his Haven,
yeah,
6 force left are a lot of ships.
I will say I kind of don't like playing the projection straight to Jakku there. I mean, I know it reduces the drain by 1, but maybe you want to be... Oh, there's a revert.
Where is the revert?
I think he skipped his control phase, and he wanted to use 4 luck.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, General Dodonda. I was going to say.
I don't even think Bastion plays General Dodonda.
Yeah. Like, I know I don't, and the one that I played and I knew really well, I don't, because you want to bait them into playing, so you can play R3PO to start some ping damage in there. And then you just play projection, so you're taking a drain of 1, but you really don't care. There's Nar Shaddaa. And there's the Haven from Bastion. Now again, if Joe is able to control Yavin 4 and take over, the Haven would go into Bastion's use pile. Okay, Red 5 and Luke Skywalker coming down, so fully immune ship, and you get 2 Destiny there. That's pretty good.
And now you can play the Coward Shield.
Yeah, that's another option too. And there's Poe Dameron and the BB-8. So now Bastion can start retrieving. Joe plays his secret plans.
Only if he spreads out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would do that, because at this point, only if I have an organized attack in hand.
Yeah.
Because he don't want to lose any of those, and he might have the other ship, which is a little bit cheaper than the finalizer. How it's that called? That ship?
The finalizer,
No.
yeah.
Not the finalizer.
There's the Steadfast, and he could also have like the Kylo Ren shuttle. That would be very bad.
Yeah, but this would be suicide. To go with Kylo Ren shuttle, then.
Yeah.
He wants Kylo at the battleground to at least drain for 1 if he adds 1 with.
Joe also reverts, so he'll use 1 to pull the shuttle. So both players get a free revert from each other. I mean, that's kind of nice. I mean, I think if it's an in-person game, both players don't do it. I think it's on Gemp because, I think with the Gemp and everything, you kind of miss all those steps. Okay, there's only...
I mean, nothing happened. They just activated all both.
Yeah.
And, or skipped too fast. So no cards revealed. I mean...
Yeah.
Why don't... you should always allow that. It's a little bit different if there's overflow. They lose every card from the top and then they want to revert, and that's...
Dakar coming down for Joe.
So here is the Destiny 5 Bastion could use.
Yeah.
And not Destiny 5.
Parsec. We know what you mean. Joker King saying that he was glad that there were 0 reverts in your match.
Yeah, we're both like, if we make a mistake, we both like just live with it. But if you just activate it too much, then sure.
Okay,
Would
there's Kylo Ren's shuttle coming down to Jakku. There's Kylo Ren. So, I mean, now Joe could pull his Coward Shield and cut off the retrieval, but do you really want to? I think if you're Bastion, you just pull all Winks combo with Luke instead of retrieving anyways.
maybe, if he doesn't have any
He's only got
thing
one.
in hand, or if he has a pilot in hand, he doesn't want to activate the ship. I think he will retrieve if he doesn't pull the shield. The good thing, I mean, Joe he will use resistance as a shield. I think it's not unlikely that he can occupy 3 battlegrounds with so much systems.
Yeah.
So maybe save one there, but
Okay,
what
he
could he use?
gets out the lightsaber. So Kylo Ren's got his lightsaber. Yeah, I think you should leave the shuttle with Kylo for this turn. You don't want Bastion coming down with a guy and a starship weapon and just blowing up your shuttle.
He has no other option to. He can't pull.
Oh yeah, no Jakku.
Jakku, and if he pulls it, it would be not very wise to shuttle up.
Yeah. Joe playing Battle Order.
So now it's a little different. If he now pulls the 4th shield, he needs a shield puller for possible resistance.
Okay, there's the 4 Lux. So Bastion gets a card into hand. He knows what's on the top card of his reserve deck. So, and here we go. Drain of 1 right now at Yavin 4. Draws his Destiny. There's a Rebel Artillery. So yeah, he gets his epic event Destiny. So now it's going to be Joe has to stack a card underneath Yavin 4, and he has to lose 2 to the drain.
So Bastion could also save up if Joe comes down with the ship, because as soon as he gets the 2nd battleground, he can drain at Yavin 4, but he might also play some Tarkin's Order, not Tarkin's Order. It's a hit.
Yeah.
Cancel that drain.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so Joe will lose R Sing from his hand, and he loses Force Push off the top of his reserve deck.
So Joe Olson can basically throw away every character he has from hand. He doesn't ever have to lose from reserve deck.
No, the biggest issue though is that Joe does want to have some characters, so for forfeit value that he wants to throw on his ships.
This one, and he doesn't know the deck, so Bastion could also run some ground. I know Batmouse has a deck where I thought I played with Vado against his Javin Forbes, and I thought, I don't even move my guys and so on. He doesn't have ground anyway, and then he came down with some Jedis and Sabers, and yeah.
It's Batmouse though. Like, how often do you find somebody running that kind of stuff in a deck? Okay, Kin Knean. Sebastian's going to flash Kin Kian, or however you pronounce him, to get a Starfighter. Yep, there's Grey Squadron 1 coming down with the ship.
So Kieran points out that Bastion played EPPs in some versions. The EPPs also need to go with Shadow Levitations because, I think you want to have a decent average Destiny with Javin Forbes to always win the epic event. But for Lux helps also.
So I'm thinking Bastion's going to move Luke here. So that way he can start doing a little bit more damage. Oh, no, he's going to keep everybody consolidated at Yavin 4. He's happy to drain for 2 there. Yeah, Lenny, if I think all Y4 Ops decks are made to beat map, Yeah, that's a good point. It is a drain of 3 at Yavin 4 because of Kin Kian. Yeah, and that's true though. You definitely want to find Snap at some point. I'm a little surprised that Bastion hasn't put down his 3PO. Probably want to put 3PO at Jakku and just move him over to the 1O site. Okay, there's Lieutenant Dolph Mitka.
Now we see the finalizer.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, we're going to see Jakku, the system, come out and probably a ship or two.
So Bastion could run Tarn, and all this forfeit fodder would be useless.
Goes bye-bye.
Immunity.
I'll tell you what, if Bastion runs Tarn Mason, you will make Bill Kafer a very happy man.
But if he does, I would have not deployed the Green Squadron leader. Because he can cancel the immunity of the finalizer, and then everything would go lost if he has Tarn.
Yeah. Okay, Bastion gets out the finalizer and Captain Peavy, so he now can start draining and doing some damage and everything. He'd be doing drain of 2 at Jakku, drain of 1 on the ground at the village, and drain of 2 at the war room. Hux comes down as well onto the finalizer.
Why did he deploy the green leader there?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that
It would
myself.
have been a really nice move. It was so safe, this battleground.
You got to think he's got, if he has Snap in his hand and it's a hit.
Another guy which could cancel the other A-Wing only cancels Starfighter's immunity.
Okay. And Bastion, or Joe, moving his characters around, going to shuttle up the shuttle and probably put it onto the finalizer. So he's got a lot of forfeit up there.
So he will probably just put another projection now down on his Javin side and find Snap to cancel the fourth drain, because he can't compete with that air, and then it would be he will lose 2 each turn, but he will retrieve a possible 2 each turn with his objective if he can flip it, and with the Luke.
Ooh, Visored Vision. That's a card I don't see a lot in this deck. He's naming, he hasn't named a card yet. Joe's going to grab that. I don't like this grab. I don't at all, because now we're doomed in place.
We are doomed. Yes.
Yeah.
If he plays We Are Doomed, he takes 0 damage if there's a
It could be worse. Like, all those cards are so much. We already saw a Rebel Barrier. Like, Bastion's sitting in the driver's seat, and Joe just allowed it. Okay, Bastion named Imperial Command, and he's going to lose Trooper Assault from his use pile.
Only 1 command.
Yeah.
I think most maps run 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. There's so much
so
Bastion can do.
So he takes Darklighter Spin now. He doesn't.
He doesn't have it in his lost pile.
And it's a nice reserve check that he can pull another.
And he still gets
but
that.
Now Bastion can spread out a little bit if he has some defensive interrupt, because now the biggest threat is Iron Table. Maybe not. Maybe Steadfast still, but.
I mean, there's just so much that he can do. He's going to play
now
control.
Now he search for his Snap, I think, with the control.
Yeah. He's got 3. Yeah, exactly. He's got 3PO. Yeah, you move Luke over to Nar Shaddaa, and now you can retrieve 2 a turn. Like, and you're cutting down your loss pile. That's insane.
But we we if he has Weird Doomed and can cycle it, he will still lose 1 because Joe Olson will drain at a side first because he knows space will be cancelled, and then he negates the second damage.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Bastion's sitting really good right now.
He has to at least prevent Joe Olson from occupying 3 battlegrounds. So if Joe spreads out with his ships too, he should attack one of them at least.
There goes a Dr. E combo, an FN 2003, and a Weemop. There's Snap. And because because Jakku and Yavin 4 both Parsec 4, you just leave Snap there. And there goes a gold leader in gold 1. No, you just leave Snap at Yavin 4 and 3PO on gold 1 leader, gold leader in gold 1. I'm assuming Bastion has all the pieces.
I would go to at least 3 battlegrounds now.
If you're Bastion?
Yeah. So if he has Luke with another, we may have to assume that he has organized attack in hand. So what you can do, you can Luke and maybe this A wing at 1.
Well, the A wing doesn't have any immunity with the organized attack.
I know, but that's why I would go with my best ship that he doesn't attack that. And
I mean, the only ship
2-2-2, I would spread out 2-2-2.
Bastion's probably got at least 1 barrier in his hand. Even if Joe plays a sense,
and most of them play another barrier chancellor. Obviously, chancellor. That's cancel.
Yeah, I don't like Bastion just leaving everything there at Yavin. He should have spread.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah. Okay, Bastion's currently got 22 cards in his life force. Again, he needs to win by 17 or more. Ah, interesting. So he plays the Escape Pod and We're Doomed. The question is now, is he playing both?
I think he plays both.
Yeah. Okay, there's the drain at Jakku. Snap Wesley is going to cancel that for only 1 force. I mean, that would have been a good. That would have been a good place to play the We're Doomed. I mean, you got to think Bastion's only going to lose from his hand in the next this turn and the next turn.
So what is afraid for not spreading out a little bit?
Oh, it's a hit. Wow. Yeah, Bastion's going to loop that. It's a hit now. Cancel the drain at 2. Only going to lose 1 force a turn. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. If he stays 3 to, he doesn't want him to be able to go to the Chavin system to prevent the it's a hit. So he stacks maybe the Chavin system to say, if you go here, you're screwed.
Yeah.
But if he puts everything down here, Joe Olson could spread out a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's what Joe's doing. He plays the force push off of his Kylo Ren effect, so he's now going to be able to look for a card out of his force pile. I'm assuming it's going to be the Steadfast or a really good pilot on the Steadfast or another ship, so that way he can start doing some more, he can get out his resistance shield. Yeah, B Fred saying in the chat, if Joe doesn't have a second grabber, the game's over. And I mean, I actually am agreeing 100%. Knowing this matchup, I play this matchup quite a bit.
I should have played it too against. You said to me, why not play Javin for Ops? But
listen to me. That's
yeah,
why.
but
This
I
is why
haven't played it, so I can't play
it's
a
an
deck.
easy deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy. Bastion stayed, and I would have spread out to 3 sides and probably be wrong. To 3 systems.
Yeah, Joker King doesn't know how to beat Y4 Ops with map.
You're right. Joker King knows nothing.
I didn't say that. Admiral Shiranu coming down onto the Steadfast. So there it is. There's the Steadfast plus a good pilot. I was a bit teched for Y4, but you probably still win. Joker King in chat.
You had the Search and Destroy, and the Search and Destroy is really big.
Yeah. But now Joe is going to be able to do another point of damage with that Shiranu as well as the other ship.
As Kieran pointed out, Catwall, he can also most maps play Mun, and he can put We Are Doomed out of play with it. So that's the whole fleet, I think. Don't think he plays another ship, Joe.
Okay, so now the Steadfast moves over to Bespin. You can't use Snap there, and the Finalizer moves over to Dakar. You can still cancel the Drain at Dakar, but Bastion could easily just move Snap to Naboo.
Yeah, he will probably go with Snap to Naboo, block one of those with some ships, and Drain there for another 2 now because Resistant is in play.
Mm-hmm.
So he plays the altar.
Yeah. Alter non-V. So, yeah, Joe went to sense the all wings combo, but Bastion had the altar, so that sense goes to the lost pile. Now, I mean, Joe can easily stack the sense onto his effect, so. Yeah. I honestly, I hate to say this, but I think Joe's a little flustered at this point. Like, I don't know why you play the sense there. And there was no ship.
What did he get with his?
There was no ship in there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Joe got a free verify.
So is this? Did someone pay attention if this is it's a hit? No, it's not. I think it's the 4th from the button.
Yeah,
the 3rd from the button. So he now uses that, drains,
I think,
and then he gets his it's a hit.
Yeah, he gets a hit with 3PO.
Yeah. Well, if it's yeah, probably.
Well, no, because
no, okay.
He just 4-locked. He's not going to draw a card, so I think Bastion has the It's a Hit. So he drew one card with 4 luck and then 3PO'd. Yeah. Okay, there goes the Sniper Dark Strike from Joe's hand and Mara Jade with Lightsaber. Now you put down R3PO and start doing some ping damage at the War Room.
Or you go down with Torn to attack the Finalizer if you think he cracks the immunity.
I don't know. It's pretty hard to do that.
I mean, with the all wings combo, it's not that hard.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying you need multiple Destiny.
Yeah.
Wedge Antilles is flashed. No Starship. He does, and he lost it, so. Yeah, I know. It's a little risky. R3PO is good when it's against U3PO. Wedge Antilles going on to Gray Squadron 1. So no Wedge ship. So now you move Luke and the Gray Squadron 1 together, and yeah. And okay, Luke moves in front of the finalizer.
Yeah.
So
and yet Snap now to Naboo probably.
Yeah.
Or Snap there is fine too. He doesn't have to control the system.
True.
So.
And that tells me right there that he's got the organized attack.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Joe can
if
easily
he has
just.
to organize attack, he will probably let the A-wing stay there.
Yeah.
And maybe
I don't know,
even lure him to Charvin.
The only problem, the biggest problem though, is that Joe has the senses in the lost pile, so he can easily stack the sense onto his effect and then play it again to cancel, or unless organized attack is immune to sense. But I'm not sure.
I haven't paid attention tracking, but Bastion could also have pulled the altar back with his 3PO.
True, that's a good point.
I'm not quite sure which one he took. If he has, maybe he plays 2. It's it even, and I think he will want him to move either to Charvin or to his A wing and then come down with Torn, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, there's an ultimatum.
Why that? He can
I don't
cancel.
know. I mean, he's got 4 force. He can cancel the drain at Bespin.
Yeah.
He could still hit the drain at Yavin 4. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. Okay, yeah. Organized attack, unfortunately, is not immune to sense, so Joe could theoretically sense the. Yep, there goes the sense onto I will finish what you started, so the sense is in play.
And he didn't grab the It's a Hit.
Nope, he could play. It could be worse from his hand.
He probably will sense it now. And then we see what, because I think
I think you say.
Like I thought the It's a Hit is one down.
Yeah. No, I think you let this go, and the reason is you save the sense just in case for the organized attack. Nope, Joe's gonna play his sense.
But he has another one at the stack.
Up there's the altar. Okay, so he had a second sense. Oh, he's gonna play the sense off the finish what you started. Okay.
And he cancels another sense.
Oh, with a control. Oh, wow. That is a good old-fashioned sack war.
Funny.
Wow. So that drain of 2 is reduced down to 0. There's a drain of 1 at the village. And Bastion can still cancel the drain of 3 at Bespin with Snap Wexley. Oh. And there goes a projection of Skywalker off of Bastion's hand. And he does cancel the drain at Bespin. So Bastion only loses 1 there. Joe lost 2 cards.
2? 1. 1 was staked.
Well, yeah, he lost 1, but the second sentence goes out of play. So Beefright is saying in the game, in the chat right now, if I was Joe, I would concede. There is nothing he can do. Yeah, I hate to say it. This game, unless Joe has like another ship, possibly like a Zuckuss and Misshunter or something, this is bad for him. Everybody, yeah, and everybody's piling on Beefred though, saying yeah, everybody knows that he would concede.
Next time I take Pre-Fred if he concedes after the first battle. Don't do it, Brian Fred. Don't concede. Don't concede. Never concede.
As we learned from Bastion in the last game, never give up, never surrender. Okay, the Finalizer moves over to Yavin 4. The Steadfast moves over to Nar Shaddaa. So, and the shuttle sits at Bespin. And Joe's going to draw.
So now we either see a Tarn attack, but I don't think so.
No.
Maybe Steadfast. This could be possible because he can cancel the immunity and only needs 1.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dolfed Mitka is in the shuttle. So you do get a Destiny there. The Destiny 6 guy.
Yeah, I mean not the shuttle. I mean attacking the Steadfast with a Tarn, attack with a weapon, make it forfeit 0 the guys, and get rid of 1 ship, and probably only lose 1 ship yourself.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't have it in hand, he probably just will follow his guys and let snaps or block the drain of the shuttle and move every other thing back.
Yeah, there's so much that Bastion can do at this point.
Did somebody pay attention which one he...
No. I'm just enjoying the game. Brian Fred says, I mean, what are you going to do here? Play another 45 minutes of doing nothing?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
I mean, Joe won the first game by 17. You can't give up. Okay, drain of 2 at Dakar. Again, Joe does have to stack 1, so it's essentially a drain of 3.
So now he even could move to Jakku and use it's a hit on...
I don't think you need to. I think you just...
No, he doesn't need to.
No.
He could. He has much options. And if you have much options, you could make much mistakes, but I think he has a lot of good options.
Yeah. There goes Kylo Ren from Joe's hand. Again, Joe just needs to lose from hand here. Gick from Joe's hand as well. Okay, Luke's going to retrieve. He's going to retrieve that projection to Skywalker. I'll tell you what though. Props to Bastion for playing this Y4 ops deck and putting Joe on map. Like, I think if Joe, if, yep, oh,
Didn't he just retrieve
he just
one?
retrieved
Does he
one.
play 3?
He plays
So he
3.
plays 3. Yeah.
Man. I don't know. You could move the Y wing or the A wing over to Yavin 4, move Snap over to Jakku, cancel the drain at Nar Shaddaa, move somebody over in front of the shuttle. Like, there's just so much that Bastion can do here, and it's just that's the hard part, is figuring out what you want to do. Okay, Luke moves over to Jakku. Wedge over in front of the shuttle. Interesting. Snap in front of the finalizer. And A-wing in front of the finalizer.
I think I would have moved first the BB-8 and flip.
Oh, he's still flipped.
Oh,
yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yep. And now he gets to retrieve. So he puts a control out of play to retrieve control. And again, Bastion has no.
It's a hit Kylos.
Yep.
And maybe then play We Are Doomed, and then cancel another drain, and he gets no damage at all.
Yeah. Or it's a hit. Cancels the he plays it's a hit, and then it could be worse to cancel the drain at Yavin 4.
Oh, that one.
Like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, Joe's not doing any damage to Bastion at this point.
Or if he loses one, he can retrieve it next turn. So
yeah. He still Kieran points out in the chat he still can't play the We're Doomed.
Right, he can.
He's got
the We Are Doomed he can throw away, because if he's down to 15, he lost. He has to win by 17, so he can't play the We Are Doomed at all. We totally forgot about that.
But let's see what happens here. Joe has 10 cards in hand, 12 in life force, so he's sitting at 22. Bastion has 10 cards in hand as well, but he's sitting at 22 in life force. So
imagine if Joe Olson pulls off it's worse after Bastion played the It's a Hit.
That would
cancel
be
one drain.
Yeah. Okay, Joe's activating, is in his activate phase. Okay, here we go. Drain of 3 at Nar Shaddaa. I'm expecting the Snap cancel. Snap does cancel. Joe does save 2 force in his reserve deck, though. Drain of 1 at the War Room. Let's see what Bastion wants to do about that. He plays It Could Be Worse. And drain of 1 at Jakku. And it's a hit. So Bastion doesn't lose anything during Joe's control phase. That's silly.
I like that build.
It's silly.
It's a really nice negative playing experience to play against the deck.
It's silly.
I enjoy watching that.
Okay, so Lieutenant Dolphin Midkick. Okay, there is Legion General Pride coming down onto Kylo Ren's shuttle. So we might see a battle here. And First Order Stormtrooper. So, but you got to think he's got. I mean, Joe could easily stack another sense onto this onto the effect. He could also pull one. But you got to think that Bastion has something here. A hyper escape would be insane. Like the fact that you could just
Could
move. Yeah.
could pull a weapon with it.
Oh,
Maybe he
there's a
has the
first
weapon.
strike.
Oh,
So, or if you bash and you
Bastion
have,
has no
or
shield left.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't think he's playing anything to really get another shield here, but I mean, you got so much forfeit, and you're retrieving 2 cards a turn. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, Joe's
So
gonna.
did Joe Olson stack
He
one
did
card
not.
this turn? No.
He did
So
not. So, okay, Bastion's gonna lose. Where are you looking for me? Joe retrieves the Gick, so he could play the organized attack here.
or the weapon puller to maybe shoot. How is the maneuver? Maneuver is maneuver 3.
Yeah.
So if I have the weapon puller, I would probably pull the weapon puller instead of the organized
But
attack.
I mean, you get rid of the shuttle. I mean, there's a lot that Bastion can do here. I think you play organized attack so you don't lose any guys.
Yeah, he will still probably lose a guy before he gets any big overflow if he draws too high destiny.
And there is the organized attack. So the ship is immune.
But it's unlikely.
Yeah.
It's unlikely that he gets a big overflow. Because I think Bastion has maybe even set up a good destiny. But I don't think so. I don't think it was much possible.
Ken Keegan, he's canceling a destiny because Ken Keegan's a Rogue Squadron pilot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So he canceled that one.
Yep,
He
cancels
will...
the 5, and you let the other one go through. That's
Good call. Good call.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
By MHT.
So Bastion gets Joe goes up to 9 with his 4 destiny. Bastion he has to lose 1 to draw the destiny, but I think you lose he loses. It's a hit from his hand or off the top of his deck.
So
and he draws a 3.
Joe has to decide if he wants to move his shuttle away, or if he wants to move the finalizer away. And if he doesn't, so at least Bastion can now attack to retrieve 1 back. And he can also get the organized attack back into hand with his... So that's the shuttle there.
Yep, and the final laser moves over in front of Luke. So you retrieve with Luke. So you retrieve the It's a Hit. You then cycle it and get it. God.
So I think it was a mistake not to stack that card before the fight.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't even play the altar because he had only 1 force left. So this sense would have gone through 100%.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, if you're Joe, what do you do? I mean, you're still getting 2 destiny up there in space.
But 1 gets cancelled.
1 gets canceled. The ship is immune less than 4. I mean, Bastion could easily just drop another ship and a guy there, battle, lose that ship and guy. Like, there's just so much Bastion can do.
We'll see if he plays the
Okay,
sense
there's
here
an
now.
all-wings combo.
Might be a bluff.
Yeah, okay, so the sense is on the effect. I mean, the wise advice, regardless, puts it back into Bastion's deck, so...
Okay. So no verify.
No.
So he gets 1 ship.
Yep, he does get the Red Squadron 1. So which finally has a ship, but it doesn't matter. There's a retrieve of the.
It's a low destiny. At least it's a low destiny out.
Yeah. I think what you do here, your Bastion, you move the Green Squadron 1. Up there's Tartan Mason. Tarn Mason coming down with the gun. That's it. Oh, wow.
But I would make the ship lost.
Oh, yeah, you make the ship lost.
So Tom Mason
I was
doesn't
about to
matter.
say you move the A-wing in front with Luke.
And
And
this
then you make
cannon
the...
at least can't attack.
Yeah, and Bastion
Evidence.
retrieves because of first strike. Joe loses a card for his own first strike, and Bastion retrieves. And he knows what the top destiny on his deck is. Joe loses Ellis Hellrot from his hand. Uses 3 force. The X-Wing cannon is going to shoot and shoots down the Kylo Ren's shuttle.
So what would you do now? Because of first strike, would you eat drain and not move on to any of those ships
No,
and just cancel one drain?
you
Or
can't.
what would you do? Would you stack one, maybe the steadfast, and block the other drain? He has ultimatum out,
Yeah.
so if he
You move in front of the finalizer with the A-wing. So you can use the A-wing's game text, make it hit to cancel the immunity of the finalizer. You're getting 2 destiny there.
we have to assume that he has a command, so we all.
But then
we
you
have,
can
we'll
then
have the
you
spin.
you
can
have the
one.
spin, and then you
Yeah.
also grab the command. So that's one less card that Joe has. So you're getting 2
And
destiny.
You can cancel his destiny when you move your.
Yep, because you
your
can move wedge over, and yeah. This game is over.
GG.
Yeah, GG. Bastion wins.
Man.
Wow, what a
Zero
game.
card in lost pile.
0 cards. That was insane.
That-
Extremely well played by Bastion.
True, but also a really good call, a really good matchup.
Yeah.
For him.
I mean, I'm going to say this. Like, this match definitely led up to the hype. Lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
Like, completely.
And the good thing is, you see, Joe Olson is also a really good loser. You don't see any complaining here. If you play a casual and you play maybe such a deck against a map player, many of those would say, "Oh, how you can play that?" and so on. Nothing here, so good spots from both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe already left. I guess that's match play, anticipating what the other might play. Yeah. And that's what it came down to. But again, Bastion. So our top 8 is now set. Actually, I'll bring up the bracket right now. So just to reiterate what is currently going on. So our top 8 is set. For those who want to check
Which one
it
does
out.
play Bastion now? I think
So-
it's Paul Myers against Silverglen,
Yes, Paul will play.
Desai against Joker King.
Yep.
I think.
So Paul Myers versus Justin Branch, Bastion Winkelhaus versus Charlie Arlinson, Matthew Harrison Trainer versus Drew Lichtenstein, and then Chris Hall versus Justin Desai. So which one are you looking forward to?
Put to the Silverglen Paul Myers matchup because I'm in contact with both. With this really great, awesome Marco Polo app, you should all use. Yeah, and so yeah, I like them both. So I will play a little bit. I would play with both privates, and if they want me to help them prepare, and I wouldn't talk to anybody about the other deck. So yeah, I look forward to that one. But they're all are great matchups. Desai, Chris Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, what could Desai play against? I don't think he doesn't even care what the other one plays. He probably will load a deck 5 minutes before and then play that. And Bastion Charlie. all 4 games really nice, but I'm looking forward to Paul Myers to Justin Branch the most.
Yeah. Also, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, Matt Harrison Trainer and Drew Lichtenstein will be playing. I do not know who's going to be doing the call. So once we know about that, we'll have some information regarding that one. I know I'm not going to be doing it. That is way too early for me. So, yeah, and then I believe they're playing this. And then game 2 is going to be this Thursday at 9 a.m. as well. So stay tuned to that. And then once we have some more information on the other 3 games, we'll just let you guys know. So again, Timo, thank you for streaming with us today. It is always a pleasure, my friend.
It's a pleasure for me.
And then, we'll see everybody. Remember, Hollow Theater is back this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. So make sure you tune into that. And until then, good day, everybody. And may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.